Good morning. We're going to get things started with the neck. We're going to begin by taking one hand, our right hand, reaching overhead, bringing the head to the side, big chest, and we're going to just start with some nice deep breaths. As I breathe out, I want my shoulder to sink further towards the floor. I want to keep my chest broad. Don't let it collapse or round. And then let's go to the other side. Sometimes I'll take this opposite arm and I'll start to reach it out. This can help me to increase the stretch. Remember, deep breaths. Good. Now we're going to be rolling our head, chin to the chest. I'm going to take my hands, place them right behind the head, and we're going to place a little bit of pressure. Just let the weight of your hands help you stretch out the back of the neck. Keep lifting your chest, bringing your chin down. And then releasing the hands, we're going to keep that chin down and we're going to turn our head like we're shaking no. Keeping that chin down, going with the rotation. I'll breathe in as I swing through. Breathe out as I'm going through the twist. Good. We're going to take the hands, place them behind the head again. We're going to draw the elbows back, looking up to the ceiling, lifting our chest up to the ceiling. Breathing out. Separate the shoulder blades. Bring those elbows together. Big chest, breathing in, breathing out. As you feel more comfortable, you're going to start to reach your elbows further down towards the floor. Big breath in, big chest, elbows come back. Breathing out. And one more. Good, we're going to place our hands on the ground. We're going to walk our hands over to the right side. You're going to feel stretch on the right side, left side of your back. We're going to take some big breaths in, breathe into that area. Feeling my left side expand. And we're going to walk our hands over to the other side. Now I'm feeling that stretch, my right side. Taking a big breath into my belly, feel my low back expand. Two more big breaths. Good job. Alright, so now we're going to take our hands. We're going to be placing the hands behind the bed, or back behind us, on the bed, or on the couch, on the floor, wherever you might be. We're going to stick our chest out, lift it up. Lift our chin up to the chest, or our chin up to the ceiling. We're going to take a big breath in. As you take a breath in, you want to feel the chest expand. When you breathe out, keep that chest big. Feel the shoulder blades come together. You can look to one side, give a little bit more stretch. So as I look to the left, I have a little more stretch in my right shoulder. Same if I look to the right, I'll get a little more stretch in the front of the left. Good. We're going to take our right ankle, bring that ankle up. We're going to place it across the knee. If you can't get it quite across the knee, you can bring your shin over the knee. We're going to keep a big chest. We're going to pull or lean forward. Big breath. Get long through the spine. Breathe out, lean forward. As I breathe in, I'm going to pull against my shin, to pull back my shoulder blades, to pull my chest forward. As I breathe out, I'm trying to relax this hip. Go, we're going to switch legs. Again, big chest. Pull those shoulder blades back, nice and long through the spine. Breathe out. Good. All right, we're going to get to the floor in a second, but before we do, we're going to grab our feet, and we're going to grab onto the toes. We're going to get ourselves scooting to the edge of the seat, edge of the bed. We're going to start to come up. We're going to lift our hips up, and sit back down. Lifting those hips up. Now, if you can only go down to your shins, that's all right. We want to keep the chin towards the chest as we drive the hips up to the ceiling. Keep your elbows inside the knees as you reach up. And almost like angry cat, I kind of reach my back up to the ceiling. I'm tucking my tail, reaching my hips up. Good. And now if you have a pillow, I'm going to grab a pillow or a pad. We're going to place it right down on the floor. And we got two options here. We're looking to stretch the quads. Now, we are a little tight through the quads. One thing we might start off with is bring one knee to the floor. Other leg at 90-90 in front of us. If you feel you're pretty capable, we can bring our foot up onto the couch, onto the bed, to add a little bit more to the stretch. I'm going to go with the floor this morning. We're going to make it a little bit easier. I'm a little tight. So, a couple things I want to pay attention to. Squeezing the butt, tucking the tailbone underneath. Big chest. We're going to take a breath in. And we're just going to let the hips slide or sink forward and down slightly. Don't have to go too far, and you don't want to extend through that low back to go further into it. You want to feel that stretch through the front of the hip, down the front of the thigh. Now, if we had our foot up on the pad here, we might even feeling a little bit more across the knee. Ooh. Give myself a little cramp there. And we're going to switch to the other side here. Same thing. Knees on the ground. 90-90. Squeeze the butt, tuck the tail. Big chest. That's moose. We got this crazy Boston Terrier next door who chases like the groundhogs, even though they're just as big as him. If you feel you need to go a little further or you want to increase the stretch, you can bring an arm up. Big chest. Make sure it's that same side arm. Well, I guess it could be both if you feel you got the balance. Keep those shoulders relaxed though. We're going to keep taking deep breaths. Good. All right, we're going to do one more here for our groin. So we're going to now face the couch, face the bed. We're going to take one leg out and we're going to extend it out to the side. A couple things are important. Get those hips squared up, nice and tall. You want to already feel a stretch on the inner thigh. We're going to keep that leg straight. I'm going to sit my butt back towards my heel. Big chest as I do. We want to feel that stretch going through the inner thigh. I'm keeping my toe, my foot flat on the ground as best I can. Might not be able to see it with the video here. We'll see if you get it on the other side. But as I'm sitting back, we're going to breathe out, breathe in, come back up. Good, other side. So like I said, if you can see it, this foot is going to be down. Let me slide this over. Hips are squared, nice and tall. Sitting this cheek back to that heel. Good, all right, so last little bit. We're just gonna come up onto our toes. We're gonna wake our feet up a little bit. So first thing I want you doing, rocking onto the toes, rocking to your heels. Hopefully I'm still in frame here. We're gonna make almost like little circles. You're gonna roll on the foot, on the outside, the inside, lifting up the toes, lifting up the heels. Let's say if it was going one direction, now we're gonna go the opposite direction. Good, all right, now your heels can lift. We're gonna try to sit down to a few squats. Don't have to keep the feet flat on the ground for this. We're just warming up the legs. Ooh. There we go, good. And lastly, we're gonna do some big global extensions. So big reach up, breath in, breathing out, reaching for the floor. In, reaching up,